All right, how you guys doing? Okay, well, as a kid, I always wanted a long-lost relative, and I ended up getting one. We found out I had like 20-something cousins from Chicago we never met. So we had like this family, not a reunion, it was a union. And I have a cousin who was like maybe 4 years older than me, so we used to party all the time. And well, I partied too much, but so I was going through a period of my life without a license, and me and my cousin, we used to go to the pubs a lot. So I rode my bicycle over to his house, which was a mile away, or about a mile and a half, and we had a few drinks at his house, and then we decided to go to the bar in his shit-kicking 4x4, which was like, you know, had the frame lift and a body lift, and this thing was huge, and he was like really tall, so he didn't have any side steps, so I had to like jump to get in, use a ladder. But so we're going to all these different bars, and we closed them out, and then we, you know, he knew the ones that were open an extra hour later. Then we went there, then we went back to his house, and we polished off the last of the 24 case, and I was for schnooked, you know. So I'm like, all right, I gotta get back home. So I hop on my bicycle, and I'm just hauling ass down this hill, and it was a little town, so the cops didn't have too much to do. So you know, I see the lights go on, and I pull over to the side of the road. I'm like, I'm on a bicycle. This is a new experience for me. So he comes up, and I'm like, you know, pretending to roll down the window, and he's like, can I see your license? I'm like, okay. And I'm pretending to like open the glove box, and I pull my wallet out, and I give it to him. I'm like, can I ask you what I was doing? He's like, well, have you been drinking? I says, why do you think I'm riding a bicycle? You know? He's like, well, you can't ride a bicycle when you're drunk. I says, well, fine, I'll just walk my bicycle home. And he says, no, you can't do that either. There's public drunkenness. So I says, well, I'll crawl home. I've done that before. He's like, no, just throw the bike in the trunk. I'll drive you home. So I'm like, yeah, that's very nice of you. So we're riding home, and I was inebriated. And he's like, hey, you want to blow into the breathalyzer just to see how drunk you are? And I'm like, you know, I'm a criminal justice major. I know better than that. No. So he's like, no, you know, he's like, come on, just for fun. I says, well, if I have your word, it's just for shits and giggles, you know, and you will not use it against me. Yeah, I suppose, why not? So he gives me a thing, and I'm breathing in it, and it was 0.32, and he's just shocked. His jaw drops. He's like, I can't believe you're holding on a conversation with me. Like, yeah, you should have been riding the bike back there. He says, well, you can't ride a bike without a light, I guess. I needed a headlight. But so he drove me home. I got home. I was actually living with my grandma, and I'm like, hey, can I turn on the lights and play with the siren? And yeah, he let me. And he had me in the back seat. I don't know, I guess he was worried for his safety or something, but I was pretty hammered. So I'm like, you know, I go around to the front, and I'm flipping on the lights and playing with the horn, and my grandma comes out. She's this old little Sicilian lady having a heart attack, you know. What'd you do now? What'd you do now? I says, no, he drove me home. She's like, that's not a good thing. I'm like, no, I got my bike in the trunk. So he helped me out, and you know, on second thought, some cops ain't too bad.